Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the monthly finals of the Olimoleague. Well, we must bid a farewell to Journey just a moment ago, and it was certainly sad to see him go. I do want to remind you, he did actually get paid. Top 4 in the tournament get payouts for this, with a $500 monthly prize pool. It's quite a bit of cash, and to finish 4th and still make some money is not so often heard of nowadays, it feels. So, good on him, and good on Olimoleague for throwing that together. But getting into this game, spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map, we of course have MVP's Red Terran Player Center.
In the middle left as the teal Protoss, TOA Flash Wolves PartinG.
You can't not call him Big Boy PartinG, Sunbrew. Come on.
I've never called him that.
I don't know, and it makes me so sad. PartinG, by the way, we love seeing him play. He's done some really cool stuff. Of course, I think the biggest advertised one was him versus Flash at Home Story Cup. That was some pretty for serial real business. We of course had him versus Gumio in the past. We've had just the most fun watching PartinG every time we get to see him. And then most importantly, he recently took place in our 2v2 tournament. And just everywhere he goes, it's fun. I don't know how to describe it better than that. Most Protoss players, you know, they cannon rush. We're sitting here cringing like, oh, he's still Protoss. But PartinG does it, we're like, hype!
That is true. Can I talk about the GSL that he was in? It was like 2 days ago.
I guess that's probably saying shit on spoilers, yeah.
Okay, so, you know, clog your ears, I guess, if you don't want to hear this. So PartinG cheesed Maru to hell, man. So I'm a little bit salty at PartinG right now. I'll get over it eventually, I guess. But it was the curse, actually. I shouldn't even blame PartinG here. He went back and beat him in the decider match. The curse has been in like full force lately, hasn't it?
I know, Maru fell to the curse last night. That killed me.
Maru.
Whoa.
It was destiny.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
What? What, the Terrans always lose it?
Yeah, sure, that's it.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if you're going like full bias on that one or what.
No, Maru, they sound the same anyway.
I know.
But okay, so getting on point though, to explain PartinG, I mean, there's several different ways that one can embrace the Protoss within, but I think we've been seeing a lot of Oracle play out of him. Blink Stalkers are his, I think, famous units. You know, the same way, again, we reference people like Life having Lings and whatnot. PartinG has his Blink Stalkers, but I don't know, I would definitely love to see Center take this to late game. Center is a good player, and I'm not just talking out my ass for this one. He's done well in the Olimoleague in the past. He's a pretty just strong contender overall. Do I think he could take on PartinG in a best of 5? Absolutely. But it's definitely still me giving a slight edge to PartinG in this series.
Me too. Me too.
I think
we have a little bit of an aggressive opener. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, actually, thinking even further on it, like a best of 5 is a really good spot, because if it's a best of 3 and PartinG does go full cheese mode, I think Central loses every time. But a best of 5, it's more chances to live through that cheese. Better chance you actually stay in the game longer and later.
I guess that's true. It's not PartinG doing the one base, it is Center. One base Widow Mine drop. Has PartinG scouted at all in this game? No.
Now, Mothership Core, he probably could have fought, but he's backing up because he assumes there's a Stalker or a Zealot behind it, as there classically is, but unfortunately lost the opportunity to possibly kill it.
Center knows where he spawns, right? Yes, process of elimination. They both know where each other spawn. That's good. That's great. The Widow Mine and a Hellion. Where did that Widow Mine go?
Ooh. Widow Mine went to the Mineral Lines, I believe, to tuck in somewhere.
Yeah, just in case, you know, PartinG.
Oh, there we go.
This is Oracle shenanigans. Alright, alright. So, PartinG's not expecting this, but it's not like he has a build that's terrible against it. I mean, the Robo's already on the way. Yeah,
this is the nice thing about this drop. Anytime you go for Widow Mine drop, it's, if nothing else, pretty good at scouting most builds before they hit. The only thing that I think doesn't get scouted by this course is the Oracle, because it's usually passing by your medevac as you're coming in, but it's these additional Hellions that I'm loving. So many times probes get pulled from the main, thrown to the natural, or there's just probes in the natural anyways, but not going to be able to quite get the free kills on the Hellions. Not initially, at least. Overcharge gets popped, and the Widow Mine is going to go for the burrow. Can he focus it down?
Stalker.
Oh, yeah. But he lost the medevac with all the Marines in it. So,
okay, that probably wasn't a good trade.
No.
It was a medevac. The Marines are money, but it was such an early drop too. It was not a 2-base version. It was the 1-base version. That I would say not worth just killing one Stalker.
I think one of the problems too is that drop, especially with the dynamic of the way medevacs come into this matchup. Even if the Widow Mine were to kill half that mineral line, it's still not worth it if the medevac goes down, I don't think.
I don't know. The fear right now for center is that I just lost my army. My production is not up in force. In fact, my command center's not even done. So he puts down 2 bunkers. Two is probably unnecessary, as he did also scout while dropping. He didn't see like 10 gateways for anything extreme like that. But he's playing super defensive, in fact, getting a tank. He's very afraid of the blink.
Not super defensive. He's still going aggressive across the map with the Widow Miner too. Okay, he's a shot, but he knows there's observers out, so this is not going to get a lot more repeat damage on it. But a couple killed at the natural with the Hellions, a decent shot or 2 in the main, but this is hardly disrupting PartinG's economy. He's still sitting on 26 workers quite happily, and that income remains pretty constant.
I would say that he's going super defensive. Like, he's got 2 tanks now, 2 bunkers.
Okay, now he's going defensive, yeah.
And I wonder if he's going to do something with this. Because, I mean, he's constantly scouting. He sees that it's not 6 gateways, blink all in. So 2 bunkers is going to make you really safe. You don't even have to bother pulling the SCVs against the very light aggression. But if he is afraid of blink stalker aggression, then why aren't there any bunkers in the main? That's what I'm wondering here.
Well, speaking of blink stalker aggression, there is a tank in the main, but I don't know if he's even got the buffer for it, really.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 bunkers at the front are great. You never have to worry about them, but it is the main that is a bit worrying. He could just stick around and just harass that starport until it has to leave the tech lab.
Well, it's getting a little bit scary for center, but not exactly devastating. However, trying to get that Raven out before the starport, this is so frustrating because he doesn't want to cancel this. Blinks on top of the siege tank. Oh, into some marine fire, but all the marines were segmented off and a drop to the left. So sadly, center takes a lot of damage from this. Oh, nice last second blink out of PartinG as well. Auto turret coming down to help because, you know, why not? Losing all of his SCVs while this goes on. This drop has to do massive damage, but with the photon overcharge to defense, I just can't see it doing it.
It's not going to do massive damage. Center's down to 20 workers versus 43. PartinG can do whatever he wants right now, as he knows what the units look like as well. He knows that the 2 barracks just finished, and they did not have attack labs. There's no way Stim is near done.
Look at the SCV
If you push
skill.
with tanks, it's going to take so long anyways that PartinG's not going to be worried about that.
Well, that was a great snipe on one of the observers to start cutting out some of the vision here, but man, I can't get over this SCV count. This isn't like when you're playing versus Xur. You don't really get the same recovery options.
Yeah, it wasn't an all-in, you know? Like,
yeah.
If PartinG was 6 gateways, 7 gateways deep, he had lost half his mineral line, 2 of those Widow Mine drops, I'd be like, yeah, okay, you can recover, like, whatever. But that was a light pressure. That was 3 gateways. You did, you know, bother making more stalkers, where if you're really macro, you could, you know, held off. But PartinG saw an opportunity, and it was a really good one.
Oh man, I'm sitting here hoping that we see Cinder recover. Drops going off with the natural. He's still looking for ways to get around. But PartinG has been target firing down these medevacs every single time, and the control has just been absolutely fantastic out of him on his defense through every aspect of the game. 3rd base on the way for the Protoss player. This shouldn't really happen. Blink off cooldown, drop to that main one more time. The tank's out of position. He's got some Marauders. He's also he doesn't have Stim actually. No custom shells.
It'd be worth it, man. Starport.
Wow.
Didn't even lose anything for it.
No more medevacs. Just period. No more medevacs.
Well, yeah, because he lost the 2 that he made.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I want the siege tank so badly to take out that pylon.
2 starports started? Is that a mistake? I mean, eventually you want 2 starports, but only when you're on 3 CC.
I think he's worried about losing the factory, to be completely honest with you, with the way this has been going. So get the starport out now before you can't get it out later. Oh man, not enough energy for a point defense drone.
This is going so poorly.
Yeah, I mean, Center's got a really nice bio army, but as you pointed out several times, and I want to stress again, everything PartinG's doing with these stalkers, this is not that big of an investment for him, and he's already gotten more than enough value out of this. In fact, he's gotten some pretty borderline devastating damage off. Killing a starport for a Terran player this early should never happen.
Every Stim hurts a lot in this too. I mean, Stim is good against blink stalkers, but the good control from PartinG, of course. He saves most of them. The are sort of being targeted down, but he loses all of his army for that.
Yep. He has managed to recover in the SUVs a little bit, though, while this goes on. It's worth noting, but still not exactly in a very comfortable spot. Widowmines are a great addition into this, actually, but gotta worry about that friendly fire. Nice jukes out of PartinG, too.
Very nice. He does still have that second starport, so he's producing the Medivacs off of it. Yeah, why not? He Medivacs right now. It just sucks so much. Like, 2 minutes ago, I think, he could have started dropping, trying to return that damage, and now it's only going to start now. I mean, that's pretty bad. Disregarding the army supply, which is okay. It's down by 13. Okay, even lower now, the Raven died.
That Raven was pretty critical too. It wasn't doing a lot but dropping auto turrets right now, but whether it's free detection for the observers, or whether it was the eventual point defense turn that would have solidified a defense, that Raven going down, that 200 gas, that's pretty hard for Center.
Yeah. Center is at a point where his army is going to be okay, and if he could do something right now with it, then that would be fantastic. But I don't think that he is. He's not moving out yet. He kind of is right now. That's another, like, 1-2 minutes for PartinG to actually get these gateways finished, to start warping in the 700 minerals that he has. He's a third base up and running.
Well, the game certainly... I wouldn't say this is where the game ended, but this game really started to spiral quite badly for Center when he lost that initial drop. That was just so much that should have done so much more, and... it's been painful since then. Now, I guess one of the big upsides for him is PartinG doesn't have upgrades behind this. But that might not matter because there's 3 Colossus in play.
Yeah, I'm about to say. It's also the case that, like, if PartinG had done any other build, or if PartinG had been too scared to be aggressive, but it's PartinG, so why would you think that? The 2 tanks would have let him macro up, the bunkers would have been completely safe. He might have been able to recover, but everything went poorly in this game. Like, this is a game where you look at it and you're like, man, this game just sucked. Like, oh well.
Another one of those very precious Medivacs goes down. Good game finally called, and PartinG, ladies and gentlemen, will take game number 1 in this best of 5 semifinals.